What is going on, boys? And today we are here with my Wrestlepalooza 2025 predictions. I'm going to be predicting the matches and giving my reason why I think those matches, will have the outcome they will have. Also, there will be, let me say this, there's 5 matches confirmed so far, right? I'm recording this before the Friday Night SmackDown before Wrestlepalooza on Saturday. And there looks like there's going to be another match confirmed on this Friday Night SmackDown. There is leaks. I'm not gonna say it, but there is a leaked match. Right, there was a wrestling merch that got leaked for Wrestlepalooza merch. It looks like there was a 6 match on that shirt. So it's not. I guess it's technically not confirmed, but it looks like they might confirm it on the SmackDown before Wrestlepalooza. So if you don't want it that spoiled, if you're watching this before SmackDown or whatever. I won't do that prediction till the end of the video. I will be adding that prediction, though. It's going to be a little bonus one. So I'm going to talk about that match and who I think will win and stuff. Because, like I said, I'm recording this before SmackDown, but also it looks like it got leaked. So, again, but for the guys that don't, or for you people that don't want, that spoiled, that's totally fine. I'll also say when I'm about to say it, too, at the end of the video. So once you see all my predictions or whatever and that's spoiled, you can leave the video. You don't have to worry about that, all right? So, but let's just talk about the ones that are actually 100% confirmed. The first 5 matches here, we're going to go through. And we're going to start with the opening match. So I already confirmed that this match will be opening the show, which is Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. I thought this was supposed to be main event. I could have sworn somebody on the commentary team said that. It looks like they switched it, where the mixed tag match is going to main event now instead. Hey, totally fine, as long as if it's one of those two, because obviously those are the two big boys that should be main eventing here. So, yeah, opening of John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I think, without a doubt, this should be John Cena here, right? There's no reason for Brock to win this match. You know what I mean? Like, what's the benefit of Brock winning this match? If he wins, oh, he looks like a beast. Oh, it's the beast. I mean, okay, I guess, but that's, like, normal. If John Cena loses here, I feel like it affects him more because, think about it. If John Cena loses here, what does he do from here? Right, for the rest of his retirement tour, he's depressed, he's a loser, you know what I mean? But if you have him win this match, he's happy, right? We get to see Super Cena, and maybe with him winning this match, maybe he's more confident enough to go for the IC title, if that's Dom still holding at the time, which I think we all want for him to become Grand Slam champion. So yeah, I think it benefits John to win here more, so I'm going to go John Cena. I've been saying this in all my videos. I just don't see John Cena losing any matches for the rest of his retirement tour, unless it's the final match and they're trying to push a younger talent, whether that's Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, or something, right? If they're trying to, pass the torch or whatever, that would be about it. But yeah, again, I'm going to say John Cena here. And then we got Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship belt. Here we go. Listen, I think this will be a fun match. Obviously, with it not main eventing, I don't see Cody losing his belt. Cody is such a big character, if not the face of the company at the moment. If he is losing his belt, I would feel like it has to be on the main event of a PLE or something. Maybe even WrestleMania. He's so big that he might not lose his belt to WrestleMania. I don't always like that. I wish sometimes we'll lose belts on other than the big PLEs like Royal Rumbles and WrestleManias and stuff. But listen, again, it's not main eventing. It's Cody Rhodes. It's just also, let's just add, it's his first title defense. So I'm going to go Cody Rhodes here. I think this will be a fun match, though, and I think they'll actually set up a rematch, right? I don't see this just being a one-off. I don't just see, oh, we're done. Yeah, we had our little match. Let's just, move on with our lives now. I think after this, we'll get a Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre part 2 for this belt. But in that match, I think Randy Orton is going to do something where I don't know if he's going to turn on Cody or just affect the match in general, where they're going to make a triple threat match with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and a future PLE. So how I see it, right, in the future, right, I see this match, I see a rematch of Cody and Drew on the next PLE, whatever they want to do, maybe Crown Jewel, and then we get a triple threat, Randy, Cody, Drew for the belt. And maybe that's when Cody loses it, because that'll be like a 4-month reign at that point. So hey, maybe. It's possible. But yeah, I'm going Cody here. It's not losing on his first title defense. Io Sky versus Stephanie McKeer, which I think, in my opinion, this will be the best in-ring wrestling match, like as an actual wrestling match. I've been waiting for this, and we've seen this on Raw. They actually did have a one-on-one match on Raw, Stephanie and Io, and that match was absolutely fire. That match cooked. I've been saying this. Io, in my opinion, is the best in-ring woman wrestler that the WWE has right now. and they have to take advantage of her. And every time she has a match, she never misses. Her matches are always 5 out of 5s, 10 out of 10s, whatever you want to say. She's amazing. And then obviously, I've been loving Stephanie McKeer. Obviously, I'm only a WWE guy, right? I don't like watch AEW. I don't watch Japan or TNA and stuff. So I don't really know too much about Stephanie outside of WWE. I just know her from NXT and her little NXT run, and the stuff she's been doing on the main roster now. But what I've seen from her from NXT and main roster now, she's amazing. I love her. Like I said, I think this will be the best in-ring wrestling match. I'm excited for this one. But for the winner, which is why we're here, I'm going to go Stephanie McKeer. I think we need to switch up the winner. Because I forgot to say, this is actually for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship belt, right? The belt that Naomi had to give up because obviously she got pregnant. Congrats to her. So obviously whoever wins this match will become the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And I just feel like it's either been Io or Rhea for like the past year as the champion, going like just fighting for it. And then obviously we got Naomi at Evolution, which was nice. It was a change, and that's why everyone was excited, because we're like, oh, listen, this is no disrespect to Rio or Io. I love both of them, but again, we're like, all right, about time we're switching it up, right? And if Io wins here, it's like, And also, from Raw, if you remember the last Raw here, we just had this past week, Rhea already went up to Stephanie and was like, all right, I have next. So, I'm not saying just because she confronted Stephanie's winning, but if Io does win here, it looks like Rhea Ripley has next for this belt. And do we really want to see Io and Rhea again? Like I said, they put on a banger Evolution and on their Raw and WrestleMania, but come on, man, we got to switch it up. So I say Stephanie wins here, new champ, and then we get Stephanie and Rhea next, which we got to see that match at some point. So this will be the perfect time to set that up, which will be fire. So yeah, I'm going Stephanie Vakaya. And then we got the Usos versus the Bronze. Listen, I'm actually excited for this. I think that Usos are the greatest tag team of all time versus this new upcoming tag team who's just been dominating the Raw brand, who is the tag team at the moment. And honestly, I feel like whoever wins this match, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Pearce gifts them with a shot at the WWE tag belts on the Raw brand, which would be against the Judgment Day, obviously. So, I'm gonna go the Reeds. Wow, my bad. The Bronze here. I think Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker will be winning here, only because of Jey Uso and Jimmy not having the same connection. Now, I'm not saying this because I think Jey will turn heel. I know that's what they've been teasing. I know that's what everyone thinks. Oh, is Jey gonna turn heel? Is he gonna turn on Jimmy? I don't think they're gonna go that route. For the biggest reason, are we really gonna do that? It feels lazy. We just did that a year ago, or a little over a year ago, with Jimmy turning on Jey, and then Jimmy was the heel, Jey was good, and then we had their one-on-one match at WrestleMania, which was a stinker, by the way. So are they really just gonna flip the script and just do the same thing? I feel like at that point that's lazy writing. Even though at this point I feel like WWE just is doing a lot of lazy choices lately. So maybe they will, but that's my main reason. I just don't feel like I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm actually gonna be on WWE's side. I don't think they're gonna be that lazy. I don't see Jey turning heel, but I think Jey and Jimmy won't be on the same page, because remember, this is their first match back over a year, with being the Usos again. So they won't maybe have that chemistry quite yet. They don't have that connection yet, and I think they're gonna have miscommunication. Maybe it's Jey and Jimmy arguing, right? Oh, Jey's yelling at him, like not heel, but just arguing, and then maybe a roll up or something. I don't know. Like Braun Breaker gets a roll up on Jey while he's arguing with Jimmy. I don't know, but yeah, and also, I just feel like you can't have the Bronze losing, because they're supposed to be that duo again, that tag team on Raw, and you just can't have them losing, right? Like, they have to look dominant. The Vision, Seth's new group, has to look dominant, so I feel like they have to win here, and I think it's the better choice. And like I said, if they do win, then maybe, like I said, I think Adam Pearce will give them a shot for the tag titles that Judgment Day has, and then I think they'll dethrone Judgment Day, and then we'll have the Vision with Seth's belt, Becky's belt, and the tag belts. It'll be like the Bloodline or the Judgment Day or something, where they just have all the belts. It'll be fun. So that's my theory, and I think that's what their plans are. So that's just what I'm cooking up here. All right, in the main event of Wrestlepalooza 2025, the mixed tag match here, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk and AJ Lee. AJ Lee's return match. Here we go, boys. I'm excited for this. AJ Lee hasn't wrestled over 10 years for WWE here. This is crazy. So we've all been waiting for this. Listen, for the winner, I've been saying this ever since AJ Lee returned, so for a few weeks now. I think it's pretty obvious. I know everyone's saying this, so if you're disappointed, I'm going with the obvious choice. I'm sorry, but I think it will become true. Is AJ Lee and CM Punk will win. Mainly because I think AJ Lee will pin Becky. I'm even going to say the pin here. I think AJ Lee will pin Becky, which is, I know everyone's saying this, which will set up IC title match. Sorry, I think I just spit. I'm sorry if y'all say that. I think it will set up a title match between Becky and AJ at Crown Jewel that we're getting the next PLE after this. So, yeah. CM Punk, AJ Lee wins this. AJ Lee pins Becky, and then Adam Pearce and Rollins like, well, AJ Lee pinned you, Becky, so I think that gives her a shot at the IC title. Bam, 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 on the crowd, woo, cheers, and then we get that singles match, which will cook and could be in talks of match of the year if that happens. But being the main event, I could also see some shenanigans happening. Does the Vision come out, right? Does the Bronze come out? Does anybody come out and help CM Punk? Does Roman come back? And like if the Seth and Becky have the numbers, does Roman come out and help CM Punk and AJ? I don't know. I don't know what's about to happen. Does a returning girl, does Paige come out, right, to help AJ Lee? I don't know. Does Bayley come out? I don't know. There's a lot of options that could happen being the main event. But I just think it's going to be a banger match. I think AJ Lee's pinning Becky, and that's how it's going to end there. But I think this event overall looks pretty good, and I really am excited for it. There's not a match that I'm not excited for. There's not like a match here where I'm like, all right, that's my bathroom break. Like, I do want to watch all of these. I'm excited for all of these, and these can all be really good. This can be one of the better events of the year. I'm going to say this. I don't care if it's a hot take. This could be top 5 PLEs of the year if everything looks like how it's going to be. This looks like it's going to cook, so... yeah, you guys tell me your predictions down below. Which match you're excited for the most, and is there any plot twists, any surprises, any surprise returns, anything you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments. I do read all comments. I will reply to as well. I like talking about wrestling with you guys. So, yeah, if you comment, I will answer, and we can talk about anything. So, yeah. But anyways, drop a like, sub if you're new, and hey, are we ready for Wrestlepalooza? As Cody said, drop that like.